Hey, before you watch this video, just want you to know that we do have a Facebook page, Christian Hannah Horror. Be sure to like that page. I'll put that link in the description below. You'll get the latest news as soon as the video gets uploaded. Enjoy this video, and thanks for watching Christian Hannah Horror. Today, I wanted to do a review. I want to review the series. Hopefully somebody cares about these movies, because I sure do. Of course, we're talking about H.P. Lovecraft's Re-Animator. I actually got the Laserdisc in today, and instead of just unboxing like I have been and just saying, oh, look at this, I want to talk about it, Re-Animator. I'm not going to give you the rundown of what the movie is. If you know, everybody's seen Re-Animator, but I've never talked about it. It's one thing I've never really said, you know what, I want to tell you about one of my favorite films. You know my favorite Halloween is Season of the Witch. You know my favorite, I guess Friday the 13th would be Part 8 or Part 2. But I don't feel like I've ever really said to y'all what one of my favorite movies of all time is. It's got to be Re-Animator. It's got to be. So let's talk about Re-Animator. To me, this is going to be a bold statement. I put Re-Animator up there with the best of the 80s horror movies. I really do. I really feel like Re-Animator is just as good as film as a film as Return of the Living Dead, as man, just so many to name. I put it up there with, you know, Predator or anything like that. I really feel that Re-Animator is just up there. I think it's just one of the best horror movies ever. I really love Re-Animator. I don't know how else to put it. I think it's one of the it's a great idea by a great director, Brian Usna, who I believe directed the whole trilogy. I know Brian did a great job with Return of the Living Dead 3, which we might talk about that movie. But man, I just really do put Re-Animator up there. I think it's a great film. I think it's a great series, and we're going to talk about the rest of the movies in a different day, but today I want to talk about the original. And what I have to say about the original Re-Animator is, to me, this movie is one of the few movies I could say it's on the level of Halloween with this statement. I'm not saying it's as great as a film as Halloween per se. Do I enjoy it as much as Halloween? You betcha. What I mean by that is this. I wouldn't change a single thing about this film. This is one of those movies where everything was just, there's nothing you really would have changed. Jeffrey Combs did a phenomenal job as the character of Herbert West. I don't think anybody, I can't picture anybody doing that character, and I think that's one thing that makes this whole entire series great is just the right person for the right role. Jeffrey Combs is to Herbert West as to Robert Englund is to Freddy Krueger, in my opinion. There's only one man for the job, and that is Jeffrey Combs. It's as simple as that, in my opinion. I think that this movie is great. The special effects are insane. Top-notch work by a top-notch crew. One thing I don't understand is, I believe that Charles Band was in charge of these movies. I think he was in the Empire world with this before he did Puppet Master. I just don't understand how Charles Band went from being involved with movies like this to being involved in movies like Evil Bong. And I'm not hating on Evil Bong. There's a great fan base for those movies, and I enjoy them well. But it just seems like he was on the track to success. And ultimately, Full Moon is a great company. Puppet Master is another movie we could talk about one day. I love Puppet Master. But what happened, Charles? I don't know, man. I almost wish that Empire would have hung around. I'm not 100% sure if they did or not. I don't know the whole story, but I think this movie's great. Another thing I like to add about this movie is the theme is a great tribute to the Psycho theme. Bernard Herrmann, I think, was the man who did the music for Psycho. I could be wrong on the name. It's off the top of my head, it's what it sounds like. And you got Richard Band. I believe that's Charlie Band's brother, I believe. He did a phenomenal job It's a great love letter to the Psycho theme, and this movie's a great love letter to kind of, in a sense, to Frankenstein in a way. But if you haven't seen this movie, it's a classic. You need to get off your butt and go watch Re-Animator, an absolute classic. That's really all I have to say about this film. I don't want to spoil anything, just in case you haven't seen this movie. We'll talk about Bride of Re-Animator next, which is an absolute fantastic sequel by a great director and a great cast as well. But as far as Re-Animator goes, this is one of my favorite horror movies ever made. I love Re-Animator. And that's really about it. Let me know what you guys think about Re-Animator. We'll talk about that in the comments section below. Do you think it's one of the best movies from the 80s as well? Do you think it's just okay? You know, I'd love to start some conversations about it. But we'll see you guys next time. And as always, thanks for watching Christian Hannah Horror.